guys, my name's Grace. I'm back with another video, and I filmed this already, but my phone died while I was recording, so I'm so sorry. I also don't have I don't have a mic right now because my phone is charging. So hopefully you can hear me. I'll try to make this as good as possible. But today I'm going to be reacting to Hit the Stage, Momo and Mina doing Crazy in Love, or Momo Following for Dangerous Love. For some reason, Mnet only put Momo's name in the title of this. Shady Mnet as always. But yeah, let's get right into this. Like I said, I reacted to this already, but there's a lot of technicalities in this one, so I'll do it again. Okay, and let's get into this right now. So right away, this is a very contemporary, modern piece of choreography. Something very different than what you see from them normally in their Twice work. I also don't get it. Like, I don't understand what's happening. But Mina gets locked in a box by Momo. Whatever. Also, the acting from both of them, Mina looks scared, Momo looks crazy, they're on top of it. Ah! Okay, so I talked about this in my deleted video, and I will preface this by saying this is not a comment on Momo's body in particular. This is going to talk about dancing bodies in general. So I noticed that here Momo's legs look a little thicker than how I am used to seeing them from her Twice promotional periods and stuff like that. They look more muscular, and this type of body is more along the lines of how a modern or contemporary dancer would look ideally. They're different from the typical ballet bodies. Classical ballet bodies are longer and much thinner. They're for long lines and long thin lines, where everything is much more upright in ballet, and in modern dance there's a lot more energy from the ground. It's a very grounded style of dance. So you'll also be doing inversions, where basically an inversion is anything upside down: handstands, cartwheels, rolls, anything. Lifts. It's a much more I don't want to say physically demanding, because ballet is incredibly physically demanding, and so is modern dance, but they're physically demanding in different ways, where I think modern dance could be considered much more weight-bearing than ballet dance. So that's why you see more muscular legs on modern dancers, because they're much lower to the ground typically. Like literally lower to the ground, like you see Mina, Momo here doing. So it's just very interesting that here, when she's doing a modern style dance, you can see that she has a more muscular, thicker body than when she is promoting with Twice, when K-pop idols are trained to have skinnier bodies. I also have never seen her do modern dance. That's a beautiful attitude. That bent leg around the back is an attitude. That arch up. Show us. They're gonna do some moves, and when I was filming this in the deleted footage, I wasn't sure if you guys recommended this to me so I could go through and like name all the moves they're doing. I don't know if that's what you want, but I'll do it. So, she chaînes over. Chaîner is French for chains or chain of turns. You can do them in succession, so she chaînes over. Momo does. Mina does. She gets up. So Mina, as Momo is chaîning over, puts her leg up, flicks it in, you saw, and then she goes into an arabesque behind her, plie, and then kicks her leg up into that beautiful scorpion-like position where it's above her head. She's got nice long legs for that line, and she's flexible, so it looks very nice on her. And then Momo does another chaîné, a fan kick with a bent leg. A fan kick is this thing she did, and that's a jazz class classic. And then she does a battement with a bent bottom leg. It doesn't look like she's doing a forced arch, she just has a bent bottom leg, which typically battements are done with a straight bottom leg. It's harder to do it with a straight bottom leg, but with a bent bottom leg, a bent supporting leg, you can get your leg higher because your hips automatically go forward, and you can see her back is not completely straight. She does have a more concave position, so her hips are going forward, so her leg can get higher. And then I watched this already. This isn't difficult, what she does here. Yes, so she has her front leg. I was gonna see if I should talk about body facings because there are specific names in ballet for body facings according to the room. So she was facing croisé, and her front leg was kicking, and she swiped it back. So if this is her front leg, she swiped it back, and on her supporting leg, she jumped off the ground straight out of the kick. That's something very difficult. It takes a lot of strength. Chaîné, fan, battement, jump. Straight to the floor too. And Mina's body line looks great. That's a beautiful arch she does up from the floor. Oh, and they didn't film it. I don't know why they didn't focus on Momo for this part, but when we cut back to her, she's coming out of what looks like a fish flop. That's another jazz class classic, but it was either just a regular backwards roll or a fish flop, and I think there's footage of them teaching idols or trainees how to do it in Produce 101/Produce 48, but it's a backwards roll, and you basically do like your legs straight in the air, and you kind of do a split sort of thing. But you can see her coming out of it, but they cut to Mina. And that roll over her, Momo's roll over the tops of her feet. That's a very competition dance style thing. Also, just a note, the backup dancers, I know y'all came at me. Chunga doesn't like her dancers being called backup dancers. I know, whatever. So don't come at me for this. They're traditionally called backup dancers. What can I say? But in this case, the dancers that are not Momo and Mina in this performance are used more as props than to create substance on stage, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a choice that the choreographer made. Yeah, it's just a choice the choreographer made. I also don't understand. Someone's gonna come put paint on her face and I don't get it. And I love this transition to the black-white aesthetic, the lighting on stage, and the floor. They have the cool lit floor. It's not a dance floor that's traditionally used. We traditionally use marley floors, and if you can't get marley, wood floors, which are terrible in every sense of the word, but I love the black and white with that red color, that red pop. And then she gets paint put on her face for some reason, and then everyone walks out in line and she joins the line. Oh, no, no. Yay! So, yeah, that's that performance. Woo! Everyone's gonna clap for them. Yeah, so you guys have been asking me to react to Hit the Stage for a while, and I only reacted to Ten's Devil performance or whatever, but this was very interesting. I've never seen Mina and Momo dance this way. I knew Mina was flexible, I knew she came from a dance background, but I've never seen them go fully into this style of dance before, and it was just very interesting. I wonder who choreographed it, because it's really cool. I don't get it. I don't get the storyline. I don't get I don't understand it. So if you guys know, let me know. Yeah, so what do you guys think about this performance? Let me know in the comments down below, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye bye!